A group of 9 people left the edge of the desert, returning to the place where Xiao Yin and his companions had originally met. These days might be a little hard on everyone, so please bear with it for now. Once the black storm passes, we'll set off immediately, Tang Tang said softly. Her words were mainly directed at Yin Xiao, as many alchemists tended to be delicate, and it was inevitable that they would have some discomfort. Tangjia, do you know how long this black storm might last? Yin Xiao asked, his brow furrowed slightly. Xiao Yin, now at the peak of the perfect 4-star Do D, had a Do D pill in his possession. Although the pill was mainly useful for those below the 5-star Do D level, it was still incredibly valuable for his current situation. It's hard to say. The Black Storm is one of the most terrifying phenomena in the desolate Death Desert. It can last anywhere from a month to 3 months, Scarface responded. A month? That should be enough, Xiao Yin calculated to himself. After their conversation, Tu Lang and his group pushed open the hidden wooden huts. Everyone filed in one after another. These huts were evidently a resting place for the Blood Blade mercenary group. Inside, all living necessities were present, and the rooms were regularly cleaned, with not a speck of dust in sight. You can all rest here for now. Make sure to get a good night's sleep, Tang Tang said after distributing the rooms. You two head back. I have something to attend to, Xiao Yin said to Little Yi and Mu Ying. All right, the two responded and returned to their respective rooms. What is it that Xiao Yin Xiongdi still needs to do? Tang Tang asked with a faint smile, watching as Deshan and Deshuai went to their rooms. Tangjia, as you've noticed, I've reached the peak of the perfect 4-star Do D, and I happen to have a Do D pill with me. I plan to use this time to break through to the 5-star Do D. If I succeed, it will greatly increase our chances of success on this journey. Xiao Yin said slowly. A Do D pill? Upon hearing this, both Tu Lang and Scarface couldn't help but feel a twinge of envy. The Do D pill was incredibly valuable. Even they had never had the opportunity to use one. How long will it take? Tang Tang's expression grew serious. The Black Storm in the desolate Death Desert was not something to take lightly. If they waited too long and someone else beat them to their objective, it would be a significant loss. At most a month. Xiao Yin said firmly. A month? That's manageable. We'll keep watch for you during this time and gather some intelligence on our goal. By the time you're done, the storm should be over and we can set off, Tang Tang said. Thank you, Tangjia. Xiao Yin clasped his hands in gratitude. By the way, it seems like there's some tension between you and Deshan and Deshuai? Tang Tang asked. Since they were now traveling together, Tang Tang wasn't going to allow any internal friction. Otherwise, when they entered the desolate Death Desert, it would only lead to their downfall. There's no real conflict, but I'm worried the people from the Xinling royal family might recognize me, Xiao Yin chuckled. As long as that's the case, Tang Tang nodded in understanding. All right, I'll take my leave. With that, Xiao Yin turned and headed for his room. As Xiao Yin disappeared, Tang Tang, Tu Lang, Scarface, and Lone Wolf were left in the room. Wu Yu, keep an eye on Xiao Yin. Using a Do D pill is no simple matter. If anything goes wrong, intervene immediately. If we lose the alchemist's soul power, we'll never be able to breach the barrier in the desert. And I have a feeling there's something inside that we desperately need, Tang Tang said. Yes, Commander. But what about Xiao Yin afterward? He's a member of Incense Pavilion. Killing him outright might not be wise, Scarface Wu Yu commented. If we break through that thing, just knock him out and bring him back. 2 5-star Do D guards are not much of a threat, Tang Tang replied calmly. Understood, Wu Yu said before heading toward Xiao Yan's nearby wooden hut. You two should head back as well. I'll call you if anything comes up, Tang Tang said to Tu Lang and Lone Wolf. Understood, the two responded and left. I wonder if the intelligence is reliable, Tang Tang murmured softly to herself before returning to her room. Master, that alchemist looks familiar. I feel like I've seen him before, Xin Shan said inside the wooden hut, addressing Elder Zhua. I have the same feeling, but I can't seem to recall who it is. Still, no matter. Once we enter the desolate Death Desert, your real training begins, so don't dwell on it, Elder Zhua replied. Understood. By the way, Master, what do you think they're after? A group led by an 8-star Do D, accompanied by a 7-star Do D, 2 6-star Do Dis, and an Imperial-class alchemist with 2 5-star Do D bodyguards. It's quite the formidable lineup, Xian said thoughtfully. It seems you're no longer just a brute. From what I've heard, they're targeting a powerful member of the Serpent Folk clan, Elderswa said. They've certainly got guts, Xian remarked, astonished that anyone would dare challenge the strong members of the Serpent Folk. Enough, rest up. This black storm isn't ending anytime soon, Elderswa said, closing his eyes to meditate. Xian nodded quietly and began to relax. Meanwhile, in Mu Yingying's room, a delicate azure flame flickered on her chest, small yet brilliant, containing enough power to destroy worlds. This flame, unlike Xiaoyan's heavenly flames, possessed not only immense destructive power and heat, but also other mysterious effects. Strange, the closer we get to the desolate Death Desert, the more intense my heart beats, Little E mused aloud. As a fire spirit, Little E was incredibly sensitive to flame energy. Whatever could cause such a reaction was most likely a fire-related force. I wonder why Xian is here, Xiaoyan pondered briefly, but quickly set the thought aside. He carefully retrieved the Do Di pill from his ring and set up a powerful soul barrier around the wooden hut to prevent any disturbances. Once he was sure everything was in place, Xiaoyan removed the stopper from the pill bottle. Through the jade bottle, he could faintly see the pill's pristine white surface, about the size of a dragon's eye, with a strange red core at its center. As the stopper came off, a rich medicinal fragrance instantly filled the hut. As expected of a second-rank Imperial-class pill, Xiaoyan grinned. Fortunately, his soul barrier kept the fragrance from spreading beyond the hut. However, the moment the Do Di pill came into contact with the air, it exhibited a bizarre sense of awareness, darting away from Xiaoyan's hand in an attempt to escape. In the next instant, it transformed into a dazzling figure, appearing right in the middle of Xiaoyan's hut. Even though he knew this was the effect of the second-rank Imperial-class pill, Xiaoyan's pupils constricted slightly, and his nose stung with emotion as he murmured, "Sooner." A deep sense of longing filled Xiaoyan's voice as he called out. His words caught the attention of the person ahead, who turned around in surprise, revealing a face so stunning that it could make all else seem dull by comparison. Sooner's bright eyes flickered slightly, and she softly said, "Xiao Yanji, Sooner, I've missed you so much it hurts." Without hesitation, Xiaoyan strode forward and opened his arms wide, pulling her close, ignoring her slight struggle. Startled by Xiaoyan's sudden, tight embrace, Sooner's expression seemed contemplative for a moment as a flood of pent-up emotions surged between them. "Xiaoyan Ji, you're holding me too tightly. It hurts," Sooner playfully scolded, but his grip only tightened further. The rumors say that a 9th-tier pill can transform into human form, so it's no wonder an even stronger second-rank Imperial Do Di pill can, Xiaoyan murmured with a self-deprecating laugh, still holding the figure in his arms. Humph! In the next instant, the figure in his arms suddenly realized something was wrong. A puff of white smoke appeared, and the figure vanished, revealing the Do Di pill's true form. "You already possess remarkable intelligence. If I let you escape, wouldn't you cause trouble?" Xiaoyan said with a smile. "Trouble?" The pill responded. "Do you alchemists ever consider our feelings? You refine us, using us for yourselves or others, but we are sentient beings, not mere tools. After reaching the first-rank Imperial level, each pill like me has a slim chance to cultivate. Yet, once consumed by you people, all those opportunities vanish." The Do Di pill's voice echoed from all directions as it hovered in midair, the size of a dragon's eye. "In the end, you were created by us alchemists. Do you really think you can defy me?" Xiaoyan's voice grew louder as his formidable soul power surged forth, aiming at the floating Do Di pill. "Do you think you can subdue me?" The pill sneered, once again taking on Sooner's form. Seeing Sooner's figure appear again, Xiaoyan's deep eyes narrowed. His Imperial Realm mortal grade, peak-level soul power exploded from within him. The moment it appeared, it transformed into a radiant white mass, racing toward the Sooner figure. In an instant, the soul force encircled Sooner, and an invisible soul pressure swiftly suppressed her. Much appreciated, Xiao said, without removing his black robe. But now, within the wooden house, another Xiao appeared. One black, one white. The white-robed Xiao was formed entirely from his peak-level soul power in the Imperial Realm mortal grade. Though rarely summoned, this doppelganger shared life with the original, meaning any harm it suffered would be reflected on Xiao true body. Hence, Xiao seldom used it. Meanwhile, the black-robed figure was the real Xiao. Heh, it's been a while since you called me, the white-robed Xiao said, sitting down gently. I have to keep some strength hidden. If a sudden crisis arises, I might not be able to handle it, replied the black-robed Xiao. Though the Do-Di pill is quite rebellious, it's still only a second-rank Imperial-class pill. It shouldn't be too difficult for you. What's the reason you summoned me this time? Asked the white-robed Xiao. Let's not beat around the bush. If you practice Do techniques, can I benefit from that? Xiao asked, testing the waters. Practicing Do techniques, huh? The white-robed Xiao paused. I've never tried, but since you and I are one, I believe it should be possible. To be honest, I've only mastered the first layer of the 7-layered Skybreaker ruler. But even the first layer has trouble dealing with strong opponents of my level. I suspect I'll need to reach at least the 3rd or even the 4th layer for it to become a true trump card. The black-robed Xiao said gravely. I understand, replied the white-robed Xiao. Rest assured, since we are one, any progress I make will be shared with you. In that case, feel free to absorb the Do-Di pill. As for the 7-layered Skybreaker ruler, with me here, reaching the 3rd or 4th layer won't be difficult, the white-robed Xiao said with a smile. That's great. The black-robed Xiao laughed heartily. This space is too small. I'll continue training in the Soul Sea, said the white-robed Xiao, vanishing in an instant. As he disappeared, the ancient ruler of heavenly flames that hovered behind Xiao also vanished, reappearing in the vast expanse of his Soul Sea. In that endless expanse, the white-robed Xiao stood tall, the ancient ruler of heavenly flames in his hand as he quietly continued training in the 7-layered Skybreaker ruler. Looks like I can't fall behind either, the black-robed Xiao said, closing his eyes to regulate his breath. Once his aura stabilized, it would be the perfect moment to absorb the Do-Di pill. Meanwhile, on the edge of the desert, Elder Zhu's figure suddenly appeared. A black storm. I wonder why it's showing up. That's not something that happens without a special cause. The last time the Black Storm appeared, the 9 tribes of the Serpentfolk clan and the Xinling royal family suffered heavy losses in the desolate Death Desert. I wonder what the appearance of the Black Storm means this time. Elder Zhu squinted, staring at the massive, swirling black storm in the distance. Forget it, better go around. Sensing the immense danger, Elder Zhu abandoned the idea of crossing the storm. He pulled out a dragon's eye-sized pill and swallowed it. Instantly, a yellow do-chi surrounded his body, and he slowly sank into the desert sands until he was completely buried. Just as Elder Zhu disappeared, shadowy figures emerged. Vanished, muttered a short figure leading the group. Sect Master, Elder Zhu seems to have submerged into the sand, said Songli, standing behind him. Impossible. I've never heard of anyone being able to hide in the sand, especially with that black storm looming, Yang Wei said, looking concerned. We must eliminate Elder Zhu quickly, or it will interfere with our plans. Lu Quan, the short figure, ordered. Move. Into the black storm. Lu Quan declared after some thought. With those words, a dark, eerie aura enveloped his body, swirling around his pitch-black cloak like ghostly qi. Let's go. Song Li and Yang Wei responded in unison. As soon as those words were spoken, ghostly qi of varying intensity erupted from the cloaks of the 3 figures, their speed instantly soaring as they rushed toward the desolate Death Desert. Days passed, and in the blink of an eye, 3 days had gone by. During this time, Tang Tang had visited Xiao Yan's residence once. Upon discovering that the wooden cabin was enveloped by Xiao Yan's soul force, she said little, merely cautioning Wu Yu to stay vigilant before leaving to gather intelligence. As for Tu Lang and Gu Lang, the two stayed relatively well-behaved, making no suspicious moves. Meanwhile, Elder Zhua and Xin Shan spent their days peacefully drinking tea and wine. Little E, being connected to Xiao Yan's mind, could easily sense his current state. Mu Yingying remained quiet, understanding that this journey into the desert region of the desolate Death Desert would not be without peril. Still, she couldn't help but feel a strange sense of calm whenever she thought of Xiao Yan accompanying them. In the wooden cabin where Xiao Yan was staying, he sat cross-legged in deep meditation, maintaining that position for 3 days. Xiao Yan, clad in his black robe, slowly exhaled and opened his deep, dark eyes. At that moment, his aura had reached its peak. Absorbing a Do-D pill was no trivial matter. Though this second-rank Imperial-class pill had gentle medicinal properties, Xiao Yan would never take such a risk without thorough preparation. "Come here," Xiao Yan called softly, and the Do-D pill, which had been hovering in midair, slowly drifted toward him. The Do-D pill, the size of a dragon's eye, was white on the outside and red within, currently restrained by Xiao Yan's formidable soul power. Sensing Xiao Yan's intent, the Do-D pill began to tremble violently, attempting to break free from the soul force binding it. However, Xiao Yan's soul power, at the peak of the Imperial Realm mortal grade, was not something the pill could easily escape. "Vanish," Xiao Yan murmured, closing his eyes briefly before opening them wide. In that instant, an overwhelming power surged forth, flames infused with 23 different colors. As soon as the flame-filled Do-Chi appeared, the surrounding space trembled intensely, even causing slight distortions. I don't know why, but this newly formed flame, infused with 23 types of heavenly flames, still feels lacking compared to the sacred flame. It seems like there's some kind of connection between the sacred flame and the heavenly flames, but I'm not sure what it is. Xiao Yan muttered to himself. Never mind, let's focus on absorbing the Do-D pill first. Shaking his head, Xiao Yan pushed aside his thoughts and turned his attention to the pill. "Humph! Humans, you are truly detestable." A voice filled with indignation echoed from the Do-D pill. "Heh, Do-D pill. You are merely a fragment of consciousness forged by alchemists like us, refined through the trials of thunder," Xiao Yan said. With that, the terrifying flames around him surged toward the pill. "Ah, these flames, how is this possible? I'm a second-rank Imperial-class pill. How can your flames slowly burn me away? What exactly is this flame of yours?" The pill's agonized screams echoed continuously from within. 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours. At last, the voice from the pill gradually faded, and a wisp of white smoke drifted out from it. "The consciousness has been extinguished," Xiao Yan muttered. It was common knowledge that once a pill reached the 9th tier, it could develop sentience. Imperial-class pills, in particular, possessed intelligence on par with humans. Some even more advanced, able to break free from their pill forms and cultivate as humans. This second-rank Imperial-class Do-D pill's sentience was even more fearsome than its predecessors. However, its intelligence had underestimated the terrifying power of Xiao Yan's flames. These flames, born from the fusion of 23 different types of heavenly flames, were potent enough to incinerate not only sentient thoughts but even souls. "Come," Xiao Yan commanded. With the pill's intelligence now fully refined and extinguished, the Do-D pill lay docilely within his soul force. In the next moment, the smooth, rounded pill floated into Xiao Yan's hand. "Such incredible power," Xiao Yan remarked as he held the pill. Unlike before, the Do-D pill now lay quietly in his palm, its gentle energy soothing him. "Fire!" Xiao Yan called out once more, and instantly, the terrifying Do-Chi, infused with the power of 23 flames, appeared again. Under Xiao Yan's precise control, the flames enveloped the dragon's eye-sized Do-D pill before he guided it toward his mouth. Gulp. Xiao Yan opened his mouth slightly and swallowed the pill whole. Boom. The moment the pill entered his body, an immense, radiant energy surged outward. The power was vast yet gentle, so Xiao Yan had no concerns about it causing harm within his body. His only challenge was how to absorb this energy perfectly, using it to break through to the 5-star Do-D level. SSSHH. Xiao Yan resumed his cross-legged position, eyes closed. The Do-D pill at his throat radiated a dazzling light, and under the influence of his internal heavenly flame, that light was slowly distributed throughout his limbs and bones. In the Soul Sea, the white-robed Xiao Yin continued to train and comprehend the seven-layered Skybreaker ruler. Witnessing the scene unfold, he silently thought, such terrifying energy. If absorbed, breaking through to 5-star Do-D won't be difficult. No wonder it's known as a second-rank Imperial-class Do-D pill. After speaking, the white-robed Xiao Yin sensed the violent churning of the Do-Chi Sea separated from the Soul Sea. Every strong Do-D cultivator had a Do-Chi Sea within them, a space designed to store their Do-Chi. The size of the Do-Chi Sea significantly determined the quality of a cultivator's cultivation method. Its primary purpose was simple, to prepare the cultivator for the breakthrough to Do-Xian. As widely known, cultivation from Do-Ji-Chi all the way to Do-D focused on expanding the Do-Chi whirlpools within the body, increasing their capacity. However, upon reaching Do-D, the process reversed. Within a Do-D cultivator, the Do-Chi Sea was gradually compressed into a condensed form known as a battle core, roughly the size of a fist. At that point, one would truly be on the cusp of breaking through to the Do-Xian level. At this moment, as Xiao Yin activated the flame mantra, the vast power of his flames split the Do-D pill's energy into smaller portions, which nourished his entire body. It's almost fully absorbed. It's time to advance to the Do-Chi Sea. Xiao Yan's eyes snapped open, his entire body glowing with a milky white light. The light was the energy of the Do-D pill, now fully saturated within his limbs and bones. If he absorbed any more, his body would risk exploding. At the next moment, with a shout, the remaining power of the Do-D pill trembled violently. Without hesitation, Xiao Yin compressed and forced the remaining energy toward his forehead. Inside Xiao Yan's body, 3 distinct forces were at work. The first was in his Naiwen Palace, where his life core inscription floated gently, radiating invisible waves. It was the source of his spiritual power. Although Xiao Yin had just begun exploring spiritual cultivation, and Elder Zhu had not yet taught him the intricacies, he was certain that once this trial was over, he would return to his sect and formally begin his training in spiritual power. Spiritual power was the foundation of a battle array master, and every powerful master possessed immense spiritual strength. The thought of being able to stop an army with just his spiritual power ignited a fire within Xiao Yan's heart. The second force resided in his Soul Sea, which housed an enormous reserve of soul power. This was the foundation of an alchemist's strength. Only when one's soul power reached a certain magnitude could they elevate their rank by refining pills with greater control and precision. Xiao Yin had yet to break through to the second-rank Imperial-class alchemist because his soul power was still limited. However, now that his soul power had reached the peak of the Imperial Realm mortal grade, he believed that once he overcame the current bottleneck, advancing to the second rank would be inevitable. Within his Soul Sea, the white-robed Xiao Yin was still practicing the 7-layered Skybreaker ruler technique, surrounded by the vastness of his soul power. The final force was in his Do-Chi Sea, separated from the Soul Sea. This sea was dominated by vibrant, magnificent flames due to Xiao Yan's cultivation of the fire attribute flame mantra. Combined with the 23 different types of heavenly flames Xiao Yin controlled, the Do-Chi Sea was filled with flames, scattered everywhere. However, something seemed to be forming in the center of the Do-Chi Sea. I never expected my Do-Chi Sea to be so vast. Xiao Yin thought in awe as he observed it for the first time. To compress this enormous space into a battle core the size of a fist, it's hard to imagine how difficult that will be. The flames in his Do-Chi Sea spread out over thousands of zhong, making the task of compression seem even more daunting. One step at a time, Xiao Yin muttered. He then channeled the remaining power of the Do-D pill into the Do-Chi Sea. Previously, he had directed some of the pill's energy into his limbs to strengthen his body. Now that his body had fully absorbed it, he activated the flame mantra and poured the rest of the pill's pure energy into the Do-Chi Sea. SSSHH. The moment the Do-D pill's immense power entered the Do-Chi Sea, the scattered flames immediately reacted, rushing toward a central point in the sea like predators hunting their prey. In an instant, the flames gathered to form a massive, terrifying beast. The beast was pitch black, standing on all fours with its 9 tails swaying slightly. Its muscular limbs and the faint aura of destruction it emitted were intimidating, resembling a Qilin. Yet, its fur and eyes gleamed with the brilliance of 23 colors. On its forehead, a cluster of 23 colored flames flickered ominously. A kingly aura, as if a fire god had descended, burst forth from the flame beast's body. Wu, the Do Di pill's remaining energy, seemed to sense the terrifying power of the flame beast. It trembled slightly, radiating a sense of fear. This flame beast is terrifying, Xiao thought, but made no move. He could sense a proud aura emanating from the beast, and he could tell it was real, not an illusion. If it were an illusion, Xiao, being a perfect 4-star Do Di with peak-level Imperial Realm soul power, wouldn't have felt the intense wave of death from the beast. This flame beast seems to be real. Its control over fire surpasses even mine. But why has it appeared in my Do Chi Si? Xiao pondered, deciding to ask Elder Zhu about it later. For now, he focused on observing how the flame beast would absorb the Do Di pill's power. Each breakthrough for a Do Di cultivator involved compressing the Do Chi Si into a battle core. But with all of his Do Chi concentrated into the flame beast, Xiao couldn't help but feel a sense of anticipation. Roar! The flame beast stood tall, its eyes fixed on the dazzling energy surrounding the Do Di pill. Raising its head, it let out a fierce howl toward the hovering pill. As it roared, the black flames on its body began to glow with vibrant colors, and the cluster of 23 colored flames on its forehead burned fiercely, enveloping the beast in a fiery shroud. Swoosh! With its body fully ignited, the flame beast pushed off the ground with its hind legs, causing the surrounding space to ripple violently. In the next instant, it vanished into thin air. The white light formed by the Do Di pill's energy sensed the danger and began to surge wildly. Even without consciousness, the pill reacted instinctively, attempting to flee from the impending threat. Boom! As the white light tried to escape, the sky above it rippled violently. The flame beast appeared with a powerful leap, raising its front paw and unleashing a destructive force. Boom! 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 Despite the Do Di pill's rapid speed, it couldn't evade the flame beast's fierce attack. With a wave of its paw, the beast released a flame-imbued energy palm nearly 100 zhang in size, hurtling toward the white light. The white light dodged just in time, narrowly avoiding the massive palm strike. Boom! The energy palm missed its target and slammed into the ground below, creating a massive crater hundreds of zhang wide. After unleashing its devastating attack, the flame beast hovered in the sky, licking its fur with its tongue while keeping its gaze fixed on the fleeing white light. The white light, seeing the enormous crater mere steps away, gave up on resisting. It realized that this was the flame beast's domain, and no matter how much it struggled, escape was futile. Resigned, it stopped fighting back. The flame beast lifted its head slightly, and its figure blurred once again. As the space around it distorted, the beast reappeared right next to the white light. With a resounding gulp, the flame beast opened its massive jaws and swallowed the white light whole. As soon as the white light was ingested, the flame beast's entire body glowed with a radiant white aura, though hints of color began to appear on its previously pitch-black body, albeit faintly. The flame beast, showing almost human-like behavior, let out a contented snore and curled up in a clean spot, falling into a deep sleep. The moment the white light entered the flame beast's body, Xiao felt an intense heat surge through his own body. This feeling, the power of a 5-star Do Di, Xiao exclaimed with delight, his face lighting up with joy.